this level of play coming out of the squad.
And I love how we talked about the top lane matchup, especially Sniper versus Summit, and how Sniper kept the ball rolling and made this flank happen in game 1, but in game 2, you gotta track that Crocodile, man.
Yeah, and I mean, actually straight up, like, we've just seen Sniper on the Cassante. It's not like I think that is what defines the series, but in terms of just going back to what we were talking about in the beginning with this matchup, Summit just has looked better from laning phase and going into the fights there. I don't think it's Summit or Sniper who's actually defining these games. I'd actually say that Sniper, despite being as behind as he was in laning phase, actually had a really good game too. My main issue is that, and I think both teams need to realize this, none of them are going to be Gen G, BLG, or anything like that right now. All they need to do is well, the thing is, all they need to do going into this next game right now is they just need to be better than their opponent, right? And I don't think you need to make it complicated. All I think you need to do now is just draft the best team fight composition. Literally, this series is just coming down to team fights. Whatever you do early game, both games have not mattered because it just comes down to that Grub fight, that Herald fight, next Drake fight, next jungle skirmish, all of these things. So I think it really just needs to be team fight oriented.
I would talk about the draft towards late game scaling, but also for me easy to execute win conditions here. And in that sense, are there some special picks that you would like to see or not see, maybe compared to what we have here?
So the Lucian Nami was a really surprising one for me from them, simply because they don't strike me as a Lucian Nami team. Ayla is not necessarily an Enchanter player. A lot of the times they go for multiple go singles in engages. So during the split, they had like Rel as a first pick or a Nautilus or something like that to get them going. And Ayla is usually a pretty solid engage player. So I think they'll probably take a step back from that. Or if they're trying to run something similar, just take away the Nocturne, because that's what's making Rainbow 7 play a lot better on